Hello and welcome to another edition of Insight, the Greater Cleveland Partnership feature that focuses upon areas of interest to the Greater Cleveland business community. I'm Steve Leutner, and joining me today is Sante Getty, Vice President of Government Advocacy for the Greater Cleveland Partnership. Hi, Sante.
Hi, Steve.
Sante, today you and I are going to be talking about actually it's kind of a leftover from the recession, this debt, this money that the state of Ohio had to borrow from Washington to keep the unemployment fund solvent. They found a way. Greater Cleveland Partnership has supported this to pay that debt off. As a result, it's going to save employers across the state of Ohio $500 million.
Almost $500 million next year. That's right. Over the course of the last several years, specifically several years ago, the unemployment rate had increased, and unfortunately the unemployment fund was ill-prepared to cover those costs to keep unemployment benefits going. Because of that, 30-plus states, Ohio included, received a loan from the federal government to pay off those benefits. Unfortunately, today we're one of three entities included with California and the U.S. Virgin Islands that have yet to pay off that debt.
Now, normally an employer in Ohio has to pay into the unemployment fund. It was at about $42 per employee. So what is it today?
Today it's $147 per employee, and the reason for that is due to the debt that we owe to the federal government and the federal penalties that are a part of that. If nothing is done, that will increase to $168 per employee total due to those federal penalties. You can see whether you have 5 employees or 50 employees or 500 plus employees, that can have a real negative impact on your bottom line.
So paying this off is going to relieve employers. It'll significantly decrease what they have to pay into this fund over the next year, 2 years. Is that right?
It would cut it almost in half for next year before reverting back to the normal levels. And thanks to legislation that recently passed, and we expect the governor will sign, that debt will be paid. A second piece to that is just as important is the structure of the unemployment fund and achieving solvency in future years to eliminate this from happening again.
Sure. There's a long-term fix that's needed as well. Sante, you surely spend a lot of time in Columbus on behalf of Greater Cleveland Partnership's members, so you'll continue to watch this going forward.
That's right. As a member-driven organization, at the direction of our members, we'll continue to work on the solvency of the unemployment fund. Over the course of the summer, we know there will be hearings. We also know in lame duck session in Columbus in November and December, this is going to be a hot topic. One ask of our members and our employers is to contact your state legislator and tell them how this impacts your bottom line, how important it is to restructure the unemployment fund so that we can reach that solvency, and again, so that this won't happen again in the future.
Thanks, Sante.
Thank you, Steve.
And thanks for watching another edition of Insight. In the weeks and months to come, we'll be examining more areas of interest to the Greater Cleveland business community.